Here we go, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to ECW Week 9 as we're live. This time from Colorado Springs, Colorado, the home of Raw's WWE Champion Bobby Lashley. If anything, this is the first episode of ECW after the joint branded Raw, SmackDown, and ECW live from the MSG pay-per-view. As tonight is now been announced, the Sandman, he will have a 1-1 matchup against one of the most dominating men here in all of Universe Mode and ECW, the monster among men, Braun Strowman. Of course, Sandman, I don't believe he's had a matchup, and if he has, then I think he's had one matchup. Anything tonight, he'll face off against Braun Strowman, but if anything, that's definitely going to be a chaotic matchup. But what's also going to be chaotic at this point tonight is going to be your main event. And ladies and gentlemen, of course, Tommy Dreamer, he did call out Pentagón Dark during his matchup against Wade Barrett. And so, or after his matchup, I believe, or something like that. Anyway, Pentagón Dark, he has accepted the matchup before the show has aired. And so it'll be Tommy Dreamer 1-on-1 against Pentagón Dark later on tonight in the main event. But besides that, two other definitely great hard-hitting matches to come your way as we're going to kick things off with the debut in Jerry Lynn against his longtime rival, this man, RVD. And here comes Jerry Lynn. He has now debuted here on ECW. Of course, Ross met on ECW. They're having a whole lot more debuts as of late. Their newest debut in Superstar Miro Suzuki. He is already your ECW champion, as he did defeat Baron Corbin at the pay-per-view. At the Life and MSG pay-per-view event. Anyway, your next matchup after this, of course, as ECW always has 4 matches, but your next matchup, it will be Finn Balor against Wade Barrett, as the Braun Strowman and Finn Balor rivalry has ended. Strowman, he has defeated Finn Balor in a 2-to-death steel cage match at the barely legal ECW exclusive pay-per-view, and then at the joint branded Raw, SmackDown, ECW pay-per-view for the Live from the MSG pay-per-view event. Strowman did defeat Finn Balor in like 2 minutes in the first blood matchup. They have now ended off the rivalry. Balor, he's noticed of how, I don't know, we've just decided to end off the rivalry. Balor, he can't be able to seem to get any wins here in Universe Mode. Well, if anything, not too much. So he'll be facing off against Wade Barrett later on tonight. Wade Barrett, of course, he did lose his debut match against the other debut in Superstar, which was Pentagón Dark. And so, Pentagón Dark facing off against Tommy Dreamer later on tonight. That's for sure going to be a great matchup. Anyway, now mobile strikes from Jerry Lynn. And there we go. What a spin heel kick from RVD. Sends Jerry Lynn flying. And Jerry Lynn goes through the ladder as well. Well, Jerry Lynn, he's went through a table and then the ladder. Not necessarily a good start for the debut in Jerry Lynn into ECW Universe Mode. But of course, RFD is a long-time rival. Both these men, they do have each are scattered out. I mean, not scattered, but scouted out, I should say. So RFD trying to wear down Jerry Lynn. Jerry Lynn, of course, he has already scouted out, like I said a couple of seconds ago. But we shall see what Jerry Lynn's all about here in ECW. Of course, this is his home. Of course, RVD and Jerry Lynn, they originate here along with other superstars like Taz, the Sandman, Sabu, Tommy Dreamer, many more as well here in the ECW Universe Mode roster. So, like, this is kind of a little blast from the past here with RVD and with Jerry Lynn. So that's pretty good. So anyway, now in a leapfrog, or leaping, go through Bulldog into a tornado DDT after by RVD, and Van Dam is on row. Rob Van Dam now the fire extinguisher. Of course, the ECW matches always have no disqualification, hardcore rules, hardcore matches. The only thing specific we could actually have as hardcore matches are like anything else is hardcore, to be fair. But ECW always about that hardcore attitude, that hardcore fighting style in the building in matches, which is also why we got probably the most dangerous man in Universe Mode, Braun Strowman. Of course, Raw and SmackDown, they have some monsters, but no one else can compare to Braun Strowman. Of course, Raw's Brock Lesnar, he has not debuted yet, but even once he does, I bet our Braun Strowman here in ECW definitely still could topple the Beast if they ever get a Raw and ECW meeting. And now RVD just gonna nail him with the powerbomb. X Factor plants him down face first. Good night, Jerry Lynn. Rob Van Dam wins this matchup. Well, one match down here for ECW, and well, that was, of course, since the auto-generated type of match for hardcore matches are usually very quick matches. So we don't necessarily have all the matches. So us shrinking down from 5 matches to 4, since we're like the lesser cared about brand compared to Raw and SmackDown, who still has 5 matches. We don't necessarily have mostly an over 30-minute show. If anything, we have anything ranging from like 15 to 20 minutes. This is probably like a 14, 15, or 16-minute show. I haven't checked yet. But, Raw and SmackDown, they usually pull off like 30-some minute matches. 30-some minute shows. The only thing we really get lucky was with pay-per-view time, and we get lucky if we can pull off half an hour of pay-per-view time, saying like barely a pay-per-view. And there goes Finn Balor off of that explosion there to make kick things off with this Finn Balor and Wade Barrett matchup. Balor with the front drop kick to Barrett, now a leg stream submission hold, and Balor off the gate with the offense on to Wade Barrett. And so Wade Barrett, of course, definitely a great striker. There goes Balor through the office chair, and he's immediately dazed. Wade Barrett definitely did that by accident, and Balor, he goes through it again. Wade Barrett set that one up, and now DDT into the office chair. The office chair not liking Finn Balor all that much. Balor counts with a deep arm drag, and well, after that DDT, hold on to his head, Balor immediately hurt off the gate of this matchup, but immediately he started off with offense. Now it's the defense turning it over, and now defense turns it over to the offense who had in the beginning of the first place. Whatever am I saying? I'm getting confused. I haven't done an NFL or NBA video in such a long time, to be completely honest. Now, anyway, going back to humorous mode. Balor, he gets caught into a brain buster from Wade Barrett. You gotta think Wade Barrett aimed for the head off the knee drop as well. First DT, then a brain buster, and then a knee drop to the back of the head. Well, not back of the head, but at least front head. Barrett, he's gonna miss the leg handle. Does not have the distance when run off of that. Balor does not get the momentum to fully go off the ropes. He decided to cut it short, but went to a punch from Wade Barrett. Wade Barrett, of course, definitely a hard-hitting striker. And there goes a a sharpshooter. By Finn Balor, gonna try to wear it on legs. So Barrett trying to squash the head to a million pieces, gonna crack it like, I don't know, just crack it like something, crack it like glass. I don't know where I was going with that. What I'm trying to say is Barrett wants to give Balor a concussion. Okay, that's what I'm trying to say at this point. And now Balor Irish whip to Barrett. Barrett, he's going for a ride off those Irish whips. Not Byron to stop. Balor with the broom. Can probably use this. Nope, never mind. And he just does the clean sweep type motion with the broom. And there goes 450 splash. One explosion. Balor, he definitely caught some of that. And so holding on to his face is Finn Balor. Definitely felt dazed off of that. Definitely did feel the effects of that. So now Finn Balor into a camel clutch onto Wade Barrett, and just like that, Wade Barrett not doing so on his matchup. He was doing well, targeting the head of Finn Balor, and there goes the arm drag. Now on Barrett, he decides to change the momentum of this matchup. Like any second, Balor nails the missed dropkick, then the 450 splash. So far, somewhat of a back and forth contest between these two men. Surprisingly, of course, these two men, very well known, very decorated, have accomplished a whole lot. Not to mention great wrestling talent. And the ability is Balor, he's going to come up short on the spin heel kick. And, well, Barrett, he was trying to do something there. Balor, he's going to counter with, like, where that was a burning hammer. And, ladies and gentlemen, Finn Balor picks up the victory off that was a burning hammer slam, I believe. Kind of somewhat of a Samoan drop, but no, it's a burning hammer slam, I believe. And Finn Balor, he picks up an impressive win against Wade Barrett off of that. Unorthodox from Finn, but hey, it gets the job done against a very, very dangerous striker in Wade Barrett. Of course, Barrett, a veteran. So now we move on into definitely a chaotic matchup, and boy, do I feel sorry for this man, Sandman. Braun Strowman is waiting. And here comes the monster among men, back with the black sheep mask. We only had him without the black sheep mask for the first blood matchup, so we could actually see the blood if he did lose the matchup, in which he didn't, so the mask was completely useless. Anyway, Sandman, of course, well, he immediately gets body slammed to the table, but I'd say Sandman, he's going to be a tough opponent for Strowman. Well, of course, the veteran experience of Sandman, that doesn't seem to Strowman doesn't seem to care as he just immediately grabs Sandman, picks him up, buys him through a table. Nothing fancy there, nothing pretty. Nothing you won't usually see. If anything, that's just a normal casualty here on the CW. Trying to break the leg like a twig off of Sandman. Just look at the size differential here. Now just gonna try to break the back like a twig. Gonna try to break everything, every part by of Sandman is Braun Strowman, the monster. My man showing no mercy here. He's gonna try like that knee straight to back head for line tamer. Sandman made with the counter to Hurricane, only a 1 count. Strowman, of course, not a person to be reckoned with. If anything, one of the most dangerous man here in ECW. No, he is the most dangerous man here in ECW. And now look, the Strowman nails the elbow drop, all that force, all the way to Braun Strowman going down onto Sandman. Now just going back to that leg strength smash hold. Once again, just gonna try to snap the leg, probably break a ligament, tore something like the Achilles or the ankle, probably could squeeze the foot and then crush the Achilles and ankle of that. Of Sandman. Now Sandman can try to fight back here with some strikes. Well, he only delivered one. Nails the snapmare to the big man. Now Sandman has the big man down. Picks him back up. And, well, Sandman tried to do another snapmare, I guess. But Strowman counters with one of his own. Almost snapped the neck of Sandman. And that was almost a 3 count. Anyway, now Sandman trying to do a tornado DT there. Strowman, like I said, the height differential easily could overpower Sandman. Also the strength differential as well as takes down Sandman into a mountain punches, ground and pound. And Braun Strowman with the momentum into this matchup, but of course he most likely had the momentum throughout this whole entire matchup, even for a little tiny bit of momentum that Sandman had. Didn't necessarily really count. Sandman can try to fight back here. Some kicks. That big humongous strike down, double axe handle, then just the strength of Strowman to just bring Sandman back to the ring, and then surfboard, stepping on those knees, bending back the lower part of the knees, trying to rip apart the arms. Really, the only way you can tap out is really by nodding your head, or saying I quit, or is really trying to like move around your head to tap out at that point. Very difficult to tap out if you wanted to at that point. Now Sandman just gonna try to get some more momentum, drills down Strowman, and the big man's down on his feet. Strowman, sunset flip type maneuver there. Rolled him up. That didn't necessarily get the job done on Sandman. That was a close 2 count though. Pressing out 3, another leg strength. How many of these is Braun Strowman gonna try to do here to just try to rip apart the legs of Sandman, trying to make him tap out, or probably injure him in the process. We all know Strowman will love and feel satisfactory of doing that. And we all know Sandman not gonna really give up all that easily. If anything, it's crazy. You see, uses candlestick or beer bottle against Sandman, which he hasn't gotten a chance to yet. Let's see, they're trying to do an tornado DT or a regular DT or a leaping DT. Any formation of a DT, not fully able to do it, but he lifts Strowman into the ring. The strength of Sandman got demonstrated there. Strowman just going to try to pin Sandman off pure exhaustion, and there goes the beer bottle as it explodes. Both Sandman going through the announce table or table, Strowman going through the announce table or table. Both men crashing and burning to the outside. Man, that was a powerful beer bottle. Strowman picks up the victory off of that. What the hell just happened? I'm so confused on that ending. That was a strong beer bottle, just throwing both men off the ring into the announce table and the table right in front of us. And, well, I believe Sandman landed on the announce table, Strowman landed on the table probably, judging on the angle and trajectory. But, Strowman, he picks up a victory. You could tell he was hurt after that. That was gruesome. Another casualty here in ECW. Put that one down in the record books. Anyway, now main event action. Tommy Dreamer, the man who called out Pentagón Dark last week. Pentagón Dark has accepted later on before the show aired. So here we go. Your main event of ECW. Dreamer and Dark. Pentagón Dark, Tommy Dreamer. Here we go now. Pentagón Dark. Immediately the backwards turn around. Going to immediately try to steal victory here. Can this one be it? No. Almost an immediate win off of the main event. Probably the fastest main event of Universal. Then at that point, body slam from Pentagón Dark to Strowman. To Dreamer. Then that beautiful 450 leg drop. Intercontinental Champion on Raw, Alex Shea and Kofi Kingston over on SmackDown, of course, have those moves into their moveset as well. And now an ankle lock. being demonstrated by Pentagón Dark. Two-time Dream. Nice transition into a surfboard. Just like that, Pentagón Dark with the momentum. Well, he had momentum off the gate. Into Challenge Dreamer. Let's see if Dreamer could try to retaliate here. Just an easy chop right to the face. Wasn't to like the neck or chest. Right to the face. Spits the miss to the back of the head. And there you go. Just like that. Pentagón Dark creates pick up victory here. The back suplex. Only a 1 count. Dreamer very resilient in this. Nails the hook suplex. There goes Pentagón Dark. Pentagón Dark counters into an arm drag and has him now locked into an armbar. The lay-in armbar raise should be his finisher, but his regular finisher is actually that regular standing armbar. This is Pentagón Dark's, finisher. I've added to him. And in real life, it's like an inverted laying down armbar, like the one he's doing right now, since he just lost his finisher. His regular one in real life is that standing armbar. I don't have it as a regular move, so I don't know why he's doing this, but okay. Dreamer mostly not gonna tap out, so I should probably change Pentagón Dark's finisher to probably an old finisher he had before. I don't know. Anyway, or at least 200 signatures. Victory roll by Pentagón Dark off the Samoan drop from Tommy Dreamer. Pentagón Dark picks up a victory here. I think that was probably the quickest main event in ECW Universe Mode history, or in Universe Mode history in general. So, of course, our quickest episode. Well, definitely one of our quickest episodes in Universe Mode. And, of course, most of the quickest episodes ever will probably most likely come from these 30 Universe Modes. Since we only got 4 shows, and since hardcore matches are treated very badly by CPU and are given such, 3-4 minute matches. And the jump cuts and, the match card showings don't necessarily give us all that much time, but like an extra 30 seconds. So, yes, 16-minute video, probably going to turn into 17 minutes, depending on how long it takes me to talk. Anyway, thank you guys for watching this episode of ECW Universe Mode. That was ECW Week 9. Next episode of Universe Mode, SmackDown Week 9. Of course, SmackDown Universe Mode not all connected to the SmackDown GM Mode. SmackDown General Manager Mode we're going to probably have episode 3 of SmackDown GM Mode as the next video, then SmackDown Universe Mode, or not. I'm not fully entirely sure. But of course, after week 9 of SmackDown, we are going to have that new show that we did have a whole bunch of hype into. The new show that's going to be joint branded between Raw, SmackDown, and ECW. And of course, we did say that it was going to be given after the Live from the MSG pay-per-view. It's after the Live from the MSG pay-per-view now, but we need to get by week 9. Our last pit stop after we get by from week 9 to go into week 10 is SmackDown. Then we do week 1 of that show, and then we go back to doing Raw, ECW, SmackDown, and then we do week 2 of that show, so on, so forth. Anyway, thank you guys for watching this episode of Universe Mode. Don't miss the next episode of Universe Mode or the next episode of GM Mode, whichever one it is, or probably in the info or in baby video, since I haven't done those in like a month or two. Anyway, thank you guys for watching, and bye.